Hello and welcome to this week's Realms Edge Gaming. In this episode we're going to look at the possibility that Games Workshop have let slip the name of their latest faction, the Umbraneth. But first of all we're going to look at some of the events that led up to this stage and see if there's any kind of hints on the way that might tell us a little bit about this faction. So starting off, the Daughters of Cain Battles Home, March 2018. There was a quote in it that said, "Instead, new creatures were wrought. In Hish, luminous beings and angelic creatures of reason were born, while those Malarion took to Ulgu were formed into something darker, something majestic and terrible at the same time." Later on, there was very little actually mentioned after that in terms of those new race from Ulgu. Lots of time passed. Then on the 31st of March 2020, there was a Stormcast episode with Jay Goldfinch, who was the kind of scenery designer, an army painter. And at the very, very end of the episode, he says that the scenery for Ulgu has actually already been painted. So it suggests that the Games Workshop team were already working on it for a long, long time, and something was definitely in the works there. On April the 1st, hopefully this wasn't an April Fool's joke, we had a Hammerhall Herald to do with Hish, and it says, "The centre of learning, enlightenment and grace, chaos-free since." And then you can see in the corner here, we've got lots of eyes staring out from the shadow. And if you look at the realm of Hish, the realm of light, from above, it does look awfully lot like the Chaos Star. And it says here, it's very keen to point out that it is chaos-free, but it doesn't seem to be the case there. So maybe these Umbraneth have got more of a chaos tilt towards them. And there is a bit more evidence as we look forwards that suggests that that is the case. So, April the 8th, 2020, this was to do with Illuminath now. It explored the realm of Hish. The twin realms, it was very keen to point out that both Ulgu and Hish are linked together. Now, we've just had the release of the Illuminath not long ago. Does that mean that we'll have the race from Ulgu following not too shortly? Well, it says, the basics. Hish, like all the mortal realms, formed from a vast aggregation of magic. In this case, the magic of light. Hish has formed a kind of sun for the mortal realms. Its parallel orbit with the realm of shadow in the aetheric void, creating the cycle of night and day. So it's kind of like a yin and yang. We've had the light, maybe we've got the darkness coming not too soon. If you kind of cast your mind back for the malign portents as well, there was an actual endless spell, which was a kind of combination. It was the Geminids of Ulgish, where kind of Slanesh is imprisoned somewhere in between in that shadow realm, in between Ulgu and Hish. Later on the 15th of May, we received something from the Azahheim Times, I believe it was called, and it was, "Where is Malarion? Mysteries of the Mortal Realms." And it says, "Perhaps the greatest question of all, where is the God of Shadows? A hero of the age of myth, a key member of Sigmar's holy pantheon. Malarion has vanished, seemingly without a trace. Turns out, it's all a lie. Within the mists of darkest Ulgu, your brave reporter discovered a terrible secret. There might not even be a And then it says, editor's note. Tragically, this is Eckhart Tresker's last work. In a mysterious twist that he would have appreciated, he was found in his locked office in the Azahheim Crier, this building, with no blood to be found despite several wounds. The Order of Azir investigated and decided that there was no foul play. We present his final story, almost, in fullest testament to his lifetime of service." So, the reporter, Eckhart Tresker, was brutally murdered, but with no blood to be found in their body, maybe suggesting that the Umbraneth are almost vampiric in their nature. We had another article, the 27th of July, so there's been quite a lot to do with the elves, and it's not just been to do with the Lumineth If you look here, we can see Teclis, we can see Morathi, we can see Alariel, and we can see Malarion as well. So they're very, very keen to keep reminding us about all of the elven gods or goddesses, or not in the case of Morathi, at the moment at least. We'll see what Broken Realms brings us. But this just says here at the bottom, Warhammer Age of Sigmar isn't just a game, it's an ongoing story of truly epic proportions. With the Umbrenath Realm Lords arriving soon, and plenty of elfy goodness in store for the future, we're checking in again with the Elven Pantheon. And we've got here the article about Malarion. It says, Malarion remains a being of profound mystery, as befits the Lord of Ulgu, a realm of lies, deception, and hidden half-truths. We know that Malarion was instrumental in capturing Slaanesh, and that he's built some kind of empire in the realm of shadow. However, relationships between Malarion and his kin seem strained, with Battle-Tome Umbrenath Realm Lords telling of strange shadow demons in the employ of this god falling upon emissaries to this realm. On the 4th of September, we had an article about elves once again, and it went through the various ones that we might have heard of. And then at the very end it said, some claim to have glimpsed mistweavers, conjurers of illusion with masks of mirrored silver. There are even rumours of elves in the thrall of chaos who heed the ever-chosen's call. And that just really reminded me of the kind of image there where it says about Hish, the realm of light, and we can see something that resembles the chaos star. Well, maybe these Umbraneth are very much more aligned towards chaos and Archaon, and because the realms are situated so closely together, maybe the influence of Ulgu has kind of tainted some of Hish, and we've got the chaos star appearing there. Maybe all is not as it seems. But this is where we get to the Umbrenath. So, on the 21st of October, leading to the pre-order on the 24th of the Khainite Shadowstalkers, the Warhammer community released an article, and it was all about how the Shadowstalkers and the Scions of the Flame would play in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And in the article, they wrote, Khainite Shadowstalkers. As hand-picked agents of Morathi, the Khainite Shadowstalkers will find a natural home among their elven kin, the Umbrenath. Let's check out their war scroll and see what they have to offer. When this was pointed out that they'd included the word Umbrenath, the article was suddenly retracted and was rewritten and reposted up with something slightly different. It said, we'll find a natural home among their elven kin, the daughters of Cain. And the article for the rest of it was the same. Now, on the war scroll here, it's got keywords, and it's back to Khainite Shadowstalkers and Daughters of Cain. There is no mention of the Umbrenath. Now, we know Ulgu is the realm of kind of deception and half-truths and things like that. Do you think this is a bit of a play by Games Workshop where they're trying to get people talking about the Umbrenath? Are they having a bit of a joke at see if people will kind of pick up on this, and like the realm of Ulgu, they've led us astray a bit with this? Or do you think there is something else in it? Do you think that Umbrenath could be the next faction that we're going to see released? It would fit. I mean, we've had the Sylvaneth, we've had the Edeneth, and the Lumineth. We've got the same suffix at the end, ending in eth. Umbrenath, well, the Latin word umbra means shade or shadow, which is very befitting of the realm of Ulgu, which is the realm of shadows. We just don't know. What do you think? Do you think we will see the Umbrenath joining the Age of Sigmar soon, or do you think it's a bit of a misleading play by Games Workshop to get people talking, and really it's going to be something for the Daughters of Cain, leading on with the Broken Realms, leading on with Morathi's story, which is I think due out in November. Do you think we'll see something for then? Maybe around Halloween time? What do you think? If you could subscribe to the channel and drop a like, that would be fantastic. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. And maybe we'll see something joining us in the realm soon, in the realms of Age of Sigmar. Thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you soon.